Oh, you said that's.
No, finish this. No, get rid of this.
This is a poo game, bro.
No, we're never playing this again. We're literally never playing this again.
Who you got number 2?
Number 2, I have Ben Simmons when he refused to play for Australia.
No, I feel very hard done by Ben Simmons, all right?
Ben Simmons worse than Kyle Sanders.
Welcome back to Critical Banter, the podcast that brings a Friday drinks chat to you. This week's episode, we are bringing back Taboo, and we are doing bottom 5 this week. Wow, what a variation. But before that, drop the week, we got me and Miguel. We have Rowie.
G'day.
We have Senny.
Yo, quick soccer update, boys. Well, obviously you guys would know you were there, but our soccer season has started. Off to a great start last week with a gritty 1-0 win.
Gritty.
I mean, it was a very back to the wall, smash and grab 1-0 win. We had 15 players to begin with, and an hour before kickoff, we lost 2 players, and then 5 minutes into the game, we lost another player. Literally within 5 minutes, this guy got injured. And then
who's notoriously injured all the time, but came into the season with high hopes of, boys, I'll spend the off season, I'm ready. My body's ready. 5 minutes.
Done his MCL. And then 2 of the other boys did their ankles laid on in the game. So literally we're falling like flies here. Ro, what was your excuse? Where were you?
I was, like I said, I was in beautiful Bris Vegas that weekend. Unfortunately couldn't make it, but I was happy that the boys won. Are we able to talk about the text message that we received, that you received?
I'd rather not, to be honest.
Oh, I think we should talk about it.
I don't want to stoke the flames anymore. I saw on that, I spoke to my cousin last night. I asked him about his little outburst at Oztag the other week. His version of events, I thought he would actually try and, downplay it, but he, you know what, respect to him. He took accountability and he said, I lashed out. I shouldn't have. Turns out he almost decked one of our own players as well. Big Matty Hayes came over to try and drag him away. Apparently he turned around and was about to swing at him until he saw a familiar face.
Yeah, he realized it would be friendly fire.
Apparently you had no interest in getting involved in any kind of fight. He said, yeah, Ro just walked away shaking his head.
Because I was on the sideline with our friend of the show, Glade, and we saw this kicking off and we were moseying our way towards it, but it felt like one of those scuffles that
will sort itself out.
It'll just get rid of it. It's not going to kick on that big.
And then it turns out the guy who made the quote unquote racist comment is someone that me and Raj actually tried to oos a couple of years ago. Yeah. So you know what? Kind of fair play, Raj. Get him next time.
You guys have got history. But yesterday, Manu and I, we went to, what would you describe where we went to?
It was a showcase. It was a showcase.
We were invited to a showcase. For what reason? I have no idea.
We're making our name in the food game, as some very few, some might say.
Yeah, very few. But anyways, we got invited to this event. And it might be our first invitation to one of these showcases where they just get basically all these, in quotation marks, influencers.
I don't use that word, please.
No, well, I'm just saying we're not one. But I'm just saying that's the vibe that was giving off, right? So they just invited us there. I will say it's an interesting place to be because on one hand, there's a lot of free stuff. On the other hand, I want that free stuff, but I also don't want to be seen as the guy who just, shovels the cookies and whatnot into their bag.
Right.
So I was balancing a fine line because we were there to get freebies. I desperately wanted the freebies. I was ravenous for the freebies.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to make it look like I was ravenous for the freebies.
I feel like this is the story of your life, bro.
I guess so, but yeah.
Now reputation's on the line. With invited as Critical Banter. Critical Banter can't be the cheapskates that are just there to shovel things into their bags.
Yeah, so talk me through it. You got there. Was there a guest list? Did you have to be we are so-and-so?
All right, so we'll run through the day, right? So I got there maybe 5 minutes beforehand, 10 minutes beforehand, and then Rose, he's running late. We'll meet up. So we meet up maybe 10 minutes after the event has started. We've met up on a separate street. Low-key thing, we're late, boys. Let's try and get there, on time. Let's try and get there as soon as we can. So we get there probably 15 minutes after it started. Dust, empty, tumbleweeds going across. Oh my God. No one's there.
So
right?
we're getting the VIP treatment, dare I suggest? Because we look into the house, the area where it's set up. Me and Migs and our partners walk through, and they're like, "Oh, do you want some orange juice? Do you want a mimosa?" And we're like,
on doors, it was orange juice, mimosas, or G&Ts.
G&Ts.
Yeah, that's an eclectic mix.
11 a.m. by the way. that was the time.
Crazy. What did you take?
I took an OJ. Migs took nothing.
No OJ.
And they offered coffee inside. I opted for that instead.
Yeah, good shout, good shout.
So then we were escorted into the venue, and then like I think there was like
Red
a bunch.
carpet?
It was
Paparazzi?
Quite literally,
it was red.
red
actually.
carpet
Yeah,
because their brand is red.
So we walk in, they're escorting us in there, and I think they're like a marketing agency or like a PR firm. They got a bunch of different clients: Sephora, Milk,
Kinder.
Butterboy,
Which
Breville.
milk was it? What do you mean milk?
As
The
in
milk
the
industry.
makeup brand Milk.
No,
not
A2.
dairy
I
milk.
thought, yeah,
not-
like Paul's or like Dairy Farmers or
No.
Tic
Woolworths
Tac.
Select.
No.
Okay, right.
Like Tic Tac. That big hitters.
That's some pretty big names.
So they were walking us through.
It was set up like an art gallery.
Yeah.
So like
Like White Rabbit.
literally
Little
though,
bit like
like
that.
very similar. So for example, the Butterboy stall, you know, when you walk into White Rabbit, there's a big video exhibition.
Yeah.
There's a video and there's little products or whatever
Yeah.
in front. Literally that. They had the Butterboy, what was it, cereal?
Cereal.
There's some limited edition cookie cereal stacked up in boxes and they had some visual playing behind it. And then when you walk in, it's a whole bunch of different, what do you call it, sections or exhibits
Yeah.
where, you know, the Tic Tacs are on a special display and then the Kinders are on special display, makeup, et cetera, et cetera. So she was walking us through it, explaining, you know, this is the brand we work with, this is their product, et cetera, et cetera. Thoughts, Ro?
No, that was fine. Look, all I could see was the Butterboy cookie station. All right, where they
Tunnel
were
vision.
they were churning out
What? So when they were talking about hydrochloric acid, you weren't paying a keen eye?
hyaluronic acid.
Hyaluronic acid, sorry.
Hydrochloric acid
Like
is-
HCl there.
Shows what I know.
So I was looking at the Butterboys. So they had the Butterboy cookies, and we've talked about Butterboy cookies in the past. As I said, he's the number one fan
Yeah,
of Butterboy
massive
cookies.
fan.
Unfortunately, you couldn't make it. But these people actually were very, very generous. Like they gave us 6 Butterboy cookies each.
That's
So
crazy.
for 4 of us, we were stocked with 24 cookies. And these cookies are not like, they're not Subway cookies. They're not thin.
Big.
Like one is a dead set meal.
Yeah.
So we've got that. Then they go through the different section. Now the fridge section's up. It's like Margot Robbie's gin and then like some energy drinks, right? Me and Migs don't really drink, didn't care for the gin, but the energy drinks looked quite interesting. So here we are like just shoveling energy drinks in the bag, right? Just pumping them. And then move on to
Remember
the-
5 minutes ago when he said he doesn't want to be the person shoveling stuff in his bag?
Yeah. I didn't want to be that guy, but like at the end
But
of the
to
day.
be fair, you know, to be fair to us, it was encouraged. So the whole event, you get a bag, a goodie bag with like samples of everything or actual full size things of everything, right? But then we walk up to this fridge and then the lady is explaining, you know, this is this brand, this is, you know, the ethos is why they made the product, et cetera, et cetera. And then at the end, she's like, oh, you can grab another bag off to the side and take as many as you want.
But they say that. How many are you taking? What's like a socially appropriate number to
So
take?
it's a full fridge of like
hundreds.
hundreds, like
of drinks.
5 rows of fully stocked things.
How many different items were there?
There's 3 different items.
I'm probably
So
taking 2 of each.
So you're taking 6
I'm taking 6.
in one go.
In one go.
Right, we took one of each.
Yeah.
And actually we even skipped the middle flavor. So we took 2 because we felt that bad, right?
Really?
Yeah. So we're
Who
like
cares?
No, we're like shoveling the drinks, but not that many, right? Then we get to the protein bar section, and this is when I was like, you know what? I've had
There's an
enough of
item
this.
not to miss is this one.
It's this
How
one.
many of those did you take?
That was gluttony. I'll put my hand up.
I'll tell you what happened.
I took a fair few.
Okay. So I don't know what Ro did before I got to this point, but when I got to this point, Ro's like, oh, hurry up, take some protein bars because they might run out because the crate's starting to dwindle. Other people are taking 1 or 2, et cetera, et cetera. So then I think there was 3 flavors. So I took 1 of each
One of
again,
each, yeah.
put in my bag, and all our bags were set on a table because
Okay.
we had these big Butterboy boxes and we didn't want to carry them around as we walk in the exhibit. So our stuff is set there. So I take my protein bars, put in my bag, and I peer into Ro's bag. There's at least like 10 in there already. And I'm like, well, how'd you get all this in there?
Look.
And then we go back to the fridge to double dip. And then Ro comes up with this genius idea. Oh, let's look like we're creating content. So he gets our partners to go one by one, open the
like
fridge,
mules, like drug mules. Like
take the cans while Ro's filming off to the side. Bro, stopping the recording halfway through. He's not even filming the whole facade.
Why? Just take it. They
Nah.
want you to take it.
I know they do, but it's just the.
Was anyone
know?
looking at any point?
Yeah.
How many people were there in total?
You mean
Like
employees?
in the no, just in the exhibit, like
Because
employees, other people.
It was open for like 2-3 hours, but it was a thing where you
You just
when
come in
you
and go.
want, you see with the stuff and you go as you please. Probably like 15, 20 people at the time we were there.
Oh,
Yeah.
just go to your heart's content.
No, but this is the question, Sam. I want to ask because the protein bars, I was gluttonous, right? But are you saying that I did the wrong thing there?
No,
Are you saying play on?
I'm saying let's play on.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Migs?
You're asking the wrong person. I'm all for freebies.
No, that is true.
It's play on. It's play on. It's just the optics of us.
No, but
walking
did they
out.
say one per person?
No, they said unlimited. They say take what you want.
I don't get what the problem is.
It's
They said fill your boots.
It's the optics of seeing all four of us with 2 full bags each. It's allowed, but it looks gluttonous. That's the problem.
4 is if it was just 2 of
The
you.
bags are heavy. I can't underestimate how heavy these bags were.
But I assume you left like before the thing finished. I'm sure if people came at the end, they probably would have just hoovered up all the stuff anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it was fine.
It got to a point where Ro, when we were leaving, had his bag and he's like, I got to cover up what I've taken.
Yeah, it was.
So we had that much shame.
It was shameful.
So when we walked in, they gave us like a pamphlet, a big pamphlet of like all the brands, et cetera, et cetera. He hid all the cans and the protein bars underneath that pamphlet in the bag. So when he walks out, all you see is the big Butterboy box, which everyone has, so it's not sus, and a pamphlet on top.
Look,
The game's the game, right?
No, the game is fair play, right? But
there was a bit of shame there. I must say.
That's the first event we've ever been like kind of invited to. So maybe as we get invited to more and more, you just get less and less shameful.
Well, that's what you heard.
That's what I heard.
No, because
at
my
least.
theory is it was like they said 2-day event, right? And we went on the second day and we saw the Instagram stories and stuff of the first day and it was packed. Like there's so many people, so many influencers, whatever. So I think they stocked up as if they were getting the same foot traffic
I see.
as the first day. They were heavily stocked. I can't under-explain how stocked they were. So if you're not taking it, Ro, who's taking it?
No, it goes to waste. But this is, again, is this just, post-mortem justification potentially?
No, I think it's fine. So wait, what was the purpose of this event? Were we meant to do something for them?
No.
or-
Honestly,
It was for the agency to...
just to promote their brands.
Oh,
Like, it
well,
was
then
just
let's
fun.
promote their brand. What was the name of the agency?
Hattrick House, shout out.
No, shout out Hattrick
Shout
House.
out.
Thank you for the invite. No,
They were quite generous.
and their purpose was to meet new creators, apparently, new influencers and
So
all
did
this
you
and all
guys
that.
meet anyone? Did you meet any
No, for
other-
them to meet us.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Did you meet them?
Yeah, we met.
Yeah, we
You
shook
met
all
Mr.
their
and
hands.
Mrs. Hattrick?
Yeah, we met them all. No, it was
Mr.
nice.
House.
We would like to meet the people and stuff like that and just get to chatting and whatnot. But the Butterboy cookies and whatnot, that was.
I wanted
really
to shake
the purpose.
Mr. Boy's hand. That's who's...
Was Mr. Boy there?
Mr. Boy wasn't there. Mr. Tack wasn't there. There was no brand owners there, unfortunately. But all in all, good day out.
Good event. All right, boys. A while ago, we did a segment called Unethical Life Hacks. And Talon over here has DM'd us a voice note about his unethical life hack. So I want you guys to listen, see whether or not we rate it as a hack. So I'll play it now.
Boys, going to start off right off the bat with a stay dangerous. And now that that's out of the way, I'm going to share my unethical life hack. So, I know where there's going to be a new El Jana opening up shortly on the Central Coast. Because I drive past the joint and they got the big sign on the fucking fence saying El Jana. Anyway, sitting at work, bit bored. It was the end of last year, last week of work, fucking nothing to do. I go on Google and I'm like, it's fucking, I don't even know when this joint's going to open. Try to do a bit of a search. Nothing.
The mouth of a
So
sailor.
shit. I go, okay, no Google restaurant here. I'm going to add the fucking Google restaurant here. I open Google, hit create my business, type in El Jana Tugra, or Wyong, sorry, El Jana Wyong, and create a little Google listing, put some times, put the phone number as the head office phone number, went to their, I think it was the Penrith branch, copied a bunch of pictures of fucking Penrith branch, put the pictures all up there, thought I had a good laugh, showed the bloke next to me at work, thought it was all over. And Boxing Day comes along. I get a cheeky little email from Google. Someone is requesting ownership of your business.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't have any businesses. And then I remembered, I own El Jana. And I've jumped on and the bloke's put his phone number there. So I give him a call and he answers. And I go, hey, mate, I own your restaurant at Tugra. And he goes, ah. And he goes, what? Yeah, so what's happened here, mate? And I'm like, I just got a bit bored, so did it at work. And he's like, well, it looks professional. We all thought it was one of us. We were asking around the office, who's done this, who's done that. Confused out of fucking minds. Anyway, I told the bloke I'd transfer it over to him on one condition. He tells me when it's open because I'm keen to get a feed. Anyway, it's opening in April, and for being such a good bloke about it, he gave me a $100 gift voucher for the restaurant for when they open. So if you want to make some quick cash, all you got to do is open up Google Restaurants before the restaurant itself opens it up, and I'll probably give you a voucher. Thanks for it, boys. Have a good one.
Oh boy! All right,
Riveting.
Talon. What do we reckon? What do we reckon about that life hack?
First of all, he said he owns El Jana.
Yeah.
Talon, mate, you didn't own El Jana. I'm going to throw that out there right now.
Also, he doxed himself.
No, according to Google, he did own El Jana. And so, but that's actually not a bad idea, don't you think?
That's a great idea.
But what are you going to do? You're going to go on the hunt for opening venues?
No, but like, let's just say, I assume he just walked past the store. They probably had the boards up and said, El Jana coming soon. Like, if you're walking around, I don't know, like Max Center or Castle Towers or something, you see a new restaurant coming up.
This is the thing.
It takes you 30 seconds.
I wish we heard about this earlier because there was a Gelatissimo opening in Castle Towers. It's now
something
open.
I want to talk about as well. Anyways, go on.
I should have.
Nah, I have no interest in Gelatissimo.
Yeah, can I just ask, is Gelatissimo money laundering or something?
Why? It's good.
I've seen like 20 open up
Recently.
in the past. Like, yeah, there's one.
Really?
I'll dox us, whatever. I've seen one in Castle Hill. I've seen one in Norwest. I've seen one in Macquarie.
Gelatissimo? Wait, where? in
They're
Castle
opening
Hill?
up everywhere. Castle Hill's the one along the street.
It's opposite
between
the
the mall
piazza.
and the piazza.
Oh, like near the Gongcha.
Yeah.
And there's one in Norwest, which is, right around the corner from Messina. I don't know what the strategy there is.
There. And then Macquarie next to Yochi.
I think there's one there as well. And I've seen a couple in the city. They're rapidly expanding.
Well, they did a rebrand.
For what?
They did a massive rebrand. Now their logo, I think it looks quite nice. And
It's
Gelatissimo
modern.
it's not bad. Like, I think it's not bad, but I just don't know. You're right. How they've opened up so many.
It's suspicious. That's all I wanted to put out in the universe.
Okay.
All these Gelatissimos opening up. Take a look into them, mate. See what's going on. Check behind the
What the
closed
hell
doors.
is this rebrand?
You don't like it?
No, I hate it.
Do you remember their old
It's just
logo?
G. Is that them?
Yeah, that's them.
Yeah, they've gone for like a modern text, like that minimalistic but like soft type vibe. Because before their
Kinda
logo,
looks like what's the churro place?
Sanchuro.
Sanchuro.
Kind of looks like their logo.
Nah,
I think it's just the same colors, brother.
Is it?
that's it.
Like that orangey brownie type color. But anyways,
We're
yeah.
not going to talk about Gelatissimo
Anyway, whatever.
and the
So you
rebrands.
wanted to own Gelatissimo Castle Hill on Google.
Yeah, I would not mind some free ice cream.
But do you think, to be fair, Gelatissimo rebrand? Because I was going to say, this only works with brands that care about, for example, their PR or care about their image or are for the community. El Jana is one of those companies that is happy to do socials and all this and all that and like have a laugh, can laugh about themselves, that sort of thing.
But
I think a lot of restaurants
No.
and chains out there aren't going to offer this 300 for
I
being a
think
good
they
bloke.
will.
I think all of them will. If someone does not own,
No, bro.
If someone does not own their own Google business listing, that is a massive risk. I would be 100% trying
No,
to
but
get
they
that
can
back.
just go through, I'm sure there's processes through Google. They can just get it back by force.
Well, I don't know because that's why Talon got the email. It's someone is trying to take
No,
your
but Talon
business.
said he'll just give it.
No, but imagine if you're nefarious. You're sitting here like, well, I've got El Jana Tuggera. I'm not going to give it up.
Yeah, but I'm sure El Jana can go to Google. Like we own, for example, the trademark. We have the ABN for El Jana.
It'd be a really easy way to just.
We have the certificates for this location.
If-
This is our brand.
Yeah, if he was not, but I'm saying like most people would not go through the hassle of going through Google because their customer support is actually, you can't get through. It's like Facebook customer support. It's like very hard to contact them, right? So obviously they want to, settle externally out of court. They want to find settlement.
I only think Talon's probably done himself dirty here. For $100, I feel like you could have taken El Jana for a bit of a ride here.
But he's not nefarious like us. He was in it for a laugh. He wasn't in it to make money.
I don't think we would be, we would also take $100 El Jana voucher, would you not?
Yeah, but I wouldn't also initially put in the effort to create a listing, get the photos and do all this and call the geezer and have a chat. It's not worth my time.
Does anyone know any restaurants opening up soon?
No, I don't even put the call out there. If you guys know any restaurants opening near you, I think give us a shout. We'll create a Google listing and we'll split half the profits with you.
Don't do it yourself and get all the profits.
No.
Get us involved for no reason and split the profits.
Alrighty, our game again this week is Taboo. Basically, like charades, Ro and Migs, you'll be playing together. You guys will have random words generated and you will have to describe the words to each other, except I'm going to give you some rules of things you can and can't say. Actually, no, things you just can't say. All right, who wants to go first?
I'll start us off.
All right, first round, rule is always you can't say yes or no.
All right, Migs, do you remember this game? We struggled heavily. But today's a new day, so
Just nodded.
we'll see how we go. The first word is the thing on the side of your head that allows you to hear.
Ear.
Bang, 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 bang. The next word is something you do. It's like a science type word. You do experiments in this location.
Lab.
But the full word of that,
Laboratory.
let's go.
All right.
Bingo.
Bang.
All right, we're locked in today.
All right, Migs, you have a crack as well.
The first word is a fungi.
Mushroom.
Correct.
All right.
Second word is if you have a tour and you take it around the world.
I didn't even understand that.
A tour, a music tour. Let's say you're an artist.
You're touring. Okay.
You're touring and you take it around the world. It is a what tour?
It's a world tour.
Similar
It's a
word.
global tour.
It is a global tour. It is
All right.
global.
Oh, it's global?
Global?
Okay.
Correct.
Beautiful.
All right.
Okay.
Round one. Well done.
When you
All
guys
right.
looked at me, I thought I said the banned word. I was
No,
No,
you
no.
just didn't have
Yeah, on
confidence
me.
when you.
On me. That's on me. That's
All
on
right.
me.
Round one. Well done. Second round. On top of that. So you can't say yes or no. And now you can't say the words this or that.
Wow. Okay. Finish the sentence. The sentence.
Yes.
Light.
no,
No, but it's my turn, so it doesn't matter.
no one can say yeah. No, but he's the one guessing. So.
But
What happens there?
That's nothing happens, bro. It's my round. It's my points.
All right. Fine.
Okay.
Finish the sentence. Light. It's the full word.
Saber.
No. All right. Sorry. Oh,
All right.
Bro said
no.
light and pointed up.
I assume he meant. Actually, no, I don't even know what you meant.
light bulb.
Is
Is that
why,
not
don't you,
a-
why don't you just point to it?
That's why I went up.
No, you just did a generic point
Yeah.
up.
Well, I looked up. There's no light bulbs here, though. That's
All
the
right,
problem.
Migs, you're up.
First word is a type of bin.
Red bin.
The yellow bin.
Recycling bin. Recycle.
But the action. Sorry. Recycle is correct.
Okay.
All right.
Second word is on Call of Duty.
You lost me.
When you reach maximum level
Yeah.
and you reset to level 1.
Is it prestige?
Correct.
All right,
Prestige.
All right.
All right, Ro, you want to try this again?
Yeah, we'll run it back. So in tennis, the first shot you hit,
Serve.
that is correct.
You said that.
What did I say?
You said that is correct.
Dude, this is actually the worst game ever.
All right, try it again, Ro.
I'm being muzzled. No, next round. Mix is up 2-1.
All right. There's another rule now. You can't say the word the.
Okay.
So you can't say the, this, that, yes, or no.
Manu, you're up. You go first.
When you are taken by someone,
You are kidnapped.
you are taken as a
Hostage.
bingo.
Well done.
Second word. In school.
It's like ESL. It's like I'm in an ESL class right now.
In school, you do a something and it gets marked.
You do a paper.
Synonym.
Exam.
Synonym.
Test.
Correct.
All right.
All right. Well done. All right.
I
Right.
remember why I hate this game, dude. Speaking in riddles in my brain, man.
I'm going to speak very slowly. When there is a wild weather event, it's also known as a
Cyclone.
incorrect.
Storm.
Yes.
After all that, bro. After all that.
Next round. This one is if you say a word that has a silent letter, you have to say the silent letter with it.
Okay.
So you're so far. It's you can't say yes, no, this, that. What was the third one?
Yes, no, this, that,
Then.
and then that rule.
Was it that one? Is this the third round?
Yeah.
The.
Sorry. Yeah, you can't say the. And now if you say a word with the silent letter, you have to say the silent
Yes,
letter.
no, this, that, the silent letters. Okay.
Good night. All right, let's go.
Me first?
Yeah, you first, please.
First word is
Gosh.
sport we are about to play.
Football.
Damn.
Indeed. Second word. When this.
This.
Is that a word?
This, that.
You said this. All right, Ro.
Sir!
All right, doors left wide open here.
I mean, he's up 3-1, I think, or 2-1.
All right. This is so.
You said this.
No, relax.
It's commentary. It's
Relax. This is so
meta
tricky.
commentary.
Let me just get into it, lad. A ship on a harbor is safe, but that's not what ships are meant for. Is a something.
phrase.
Incorrect.
Idiom.
You know what it is.
No has a K.
No.
I don't know what it is, brother.
How am I-
Metaphor was Is it metaphor? No.
Riddle?
It's a quote, bro.
Okay, that was what you chose for quote.
I couldn't think of any other one.
All right, back to you, Migs. Someone's got to get this one.
Let me generate 2 new words. Okay. First word. Colors in sky. After rain.
Well done.
Rainbow. But
I said
this
rain.
guy can't say rain.
I think I cooked.
Oh,
I think I
yeah,
fucked
yeah,
up.
yeah,
I-
sorry,
on me. I lost
Generate
that one.
2 more words. Run
No,
that
Rose,
down.
Rose said, I
right,
lost
your
that
turn.
one. On me.
She should have said precipitation.
But how many silent letters are there potentially in that word? I don't know.
No, that's fine.
Walk uphill.
Incline.
Big walk. Up mountains.
They're like cavemen, bro. Hike.
Is it hike?
Ding ding.
Okay. Second word.
Mouth. Things on mouth. Kiss.
Lips.
Woo!
Well done. All right. Last and final round.
3-2.
You have to speak like Jar Jar Binks.
I don't even know how.
Misa.
No.
All right, fine. Everything you say has to be in past tense.
Migs, you're up.
Actually, no jokes. Let me rechange it. Everything has to be a doing word. So if you say something, it has to be ing, whatever. If there's a word that has like, so you wouldn't say walk, you would have said walking,
Mm.
But every word.
wherever it's applicable
Okay.
So every verb has
Every
to be
in the
ing
form.
Okay, gotcha. First word. Game. What?
Ing.
Would have to be gaming.
Gaming.
But it doesn't make sense.
Doesn't matter.
Good luck, Ro. I wish you all the best.
I'll let you run that one back. You didn't even get past the first word.
So I have to say gaming.
Yeah, you got to say gaming.
Gaming.
Mm.
We're playing
Mm. It's a football again.
is very. It's making us
Mm.
very.
Dude, I've got no idea right now. Like literally less than idea.
What you are right now.
Okay? It's the game I'm playing right now. I'm not playing it.
The. Oh shit.
Can't say the.
All right.
All right, I'm just gonna give one attempt at this. Seriously, man. Day, month.
Yeah.
All right, that's one.
All right. Oh, you said that's.
No, finish this. This is no. Get rid of this.
This is a poo game,
No,
bro.
we're never playing this again. We're literally never playing this again.
I guess seem like illiterates, bro. Stop with this, man. Sen's just here to laugh at us, really.
I want to see you do one.
That's all the time we have.
All right. Alrighty, today we are doing bottom 5. So previously in the past, we've done top 5s. We've done top 5 cafes, spots Sydney-siders might know, etc., etc. But that was a bit too wholesome. Do you know what I mean? Now we're going back to our roots. We're going toxic.
We're going back to yelling at the clouds type vibe.
Exactly. So we're going to be, doing bottom fives of things.
Let's go.
I'll start us off. So, boys, these are my bottom 5 Australians. In fifth place, I have the guy that arrested the Democracy Manifest bloke.
The constable.
The cop. The dog himself. He literally did nothing wrong. And he arrested him.
The judo master.
Yeah.
The guy that may or may not have touched his penis.
He fondled an Australian hero.
That's Australia's balls that he touched.
You are, Ro, that's not on. That's not on.
It's just poor form.
Just following orders, though.
He's just following orders. But I'm just saying, when you look at it, when you see a man pleading that he has done nothing wrong.
When you see him in the restaurant eating a meal,
it's just
a succulent Chinese meal.
Some might say, you don't arrest him. You don't, and it's not even like he did anything wrong. The whole story was that he was actually the wrong guy.
Mistaken identity.
He wasn't the guy that is dining and dashing. So, for that reason.
Even if you have to arrest him, don't touch him.
He sits at
Don't
number
touch
5.
him there.
How's he meant to arrest him?
Don't touch him in the nether areas.
Oh,
mate.
that I agree with 100%. Number 4.
In number 4, I have Kyle Sandilands.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy, what can I say about our good friend Kyle?
Don't say good friend.
I don't want to associate with him.
He sits there on breakfast radio talking about midget orgies every week or every day, I should say.
Every morning.
At 7 a.m. Now, do you think that is breakfast chat?
No.
It is salacious. It is dirty. It is filthy radio. And on top of that, I don't even think he's a good bloke as well. Do you know what I mean? He's just like sensationalist, like does all this nonsense.
Look, we don't know him, but we can only judge him on his radio stuff. And that's, horrendous what he's putting out on the airwaves.
He's made
at
a
7
career
a.m.
out of doing this. It's actually ridiculous.
He's made bank as well.
Weren't they getting investigated as well?
Were they?
Yeah,
So they were breaking the media guidelines of what they can and can't say?
Well, this is the problem. In Sydney, this guy's been running rampant deluxe. No issues whatsoever. Apart
Rated
from
number 1.
Rated number 1 and, very little investigations. He jumps onto Melbourne breakfast radio, like a couple months in. So many people reported him to the media watchdogs that he's now basically under investigation for like inappropriate chat.
Good.
At certain times on radio.
About time.
So that's why he sits at number 4. All right, well then we'll move on to number 3. In the third spot, I have B2.
From Bananas in Pajamas, B2.
Now, this guy is a little weasel. You know what I mean? His catchphrase is, are you thinking what I'm thinking, B1? Right? He wants to take control. He's stealing B1's limelight. Everyone knows B1's the best.
It is his poor form.
You know what I mean? And the thing is, right? The relationship between him and the rat in the hat, I don't like it. There's just something off.
You reckon there's a bit of insider trading or something?
Yeah, no, the rat in the hat, mate. This guy, the rat in the hat is a little bit of a weasel, but B2 is just on his level.
But B2's meant to be, one of the duo. He's not meant to be the anti-hero.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he's B2 for a reason, not B1.
Who you got number 2?
Number 2, I have Ben Simmons when he refused to play for Australia.
No, I feel very hard done by Ben Simmons, all right?
Ben Simmons worse than Kyle Sanders.
Ben Simmons is Australian, right? Allegedly. He was asked, when he was good as well, by the way, he was asked, hey, can you come,
play in
join
the
the boys, play in the Olympics, join Paddy and the lads. And what did he do? What did he do, Migs?
He said, I'm going to work in my shooting in the off season.
And for
What happened, brother? And before that, he's going to All-Star games wearing green and gold shoes. He's claiming to be Australian.
That's the thing. He's
doing
Australia.
4 and 20 ads.
Is he really?
Yes. And all of a sudden, he's not playing for the boys.
Australian when it's convenient to him.
And
When the dollars go up, he's Australian.
And that is why he's worse than Kyle Sandilands and B2. In first position, the worst person in Australia. I mean, this is a bit of a serious one. This is Clive Palmer, right? This guy is like Jabba the Hutt, just like lounging around, causing mass chaos. He's literally, look, I'll be honest, he's like the worst person that's not in jail at the moment, I would say.
How have you got a list with Clive Palmer, B2, and Ben Simmons, and Kyle Sandilands is number 4?
Yeah, let's not forget the cop that, disrespected the Democracy Manifest guy.
Kyle is. Jabba the Hutt is a perfect description. This guy has too much money. More money than sense is what I say about him.
Spunks it all on those yellow ads all across.
Have you seen the new ones? The Trumpet Brigade or whatever? The Pioneer Trumpets or something?
I think I've seen those around, yeah.
He's back, bro. I hate him.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. They renamed the United Palmer Party or whatever had to rebrand, and now they're called the Trumpets for Pioneers or some shit.
Either way, number
Worst
one.
Australian. All right. These are the worst 5 products to ever exist. All right.
Ever exist.
Ever. Definitively ever exist. In number 5, I have the Bic for Her. So you know Bic, the pen?
Yeah.
So Bic came out with a pen called Bic for Her. It's a pen that's pink and costs more money.
Marketing genius.
Seriously?
Yes.
Did people buy it?
Got discontinued, brother.
Wait, the same pen.
The same exact pen. They've, made the plastic pink and put more money on it.
Oh, the plastic was pink. Dude, I might buy that.
But it's not for you, mate. It's for her.
And how much extra was it? Do you know?
I'm not too sure on that.
Like
but
$1 extra? That's
discontinued.
outrageous.
All right. In at number 4, I have Trump Steaks. So in 2007, Donald himself came out trying to create a revolutionary brand of premium steaks. Bro, it lasted 2 months.
What was wrong with them?
They weren't premium.
That's the thing, dude.
They were normal steaks with Trump's head on it.
Or like burnt into the steak.
No, on the packaging.
Just on the packaging.
The meat had nothing to do with Trump.
This is what I don't understand with like this sort of stuff. They're just getting it from cows. How can they be premium?
Like Wagyu, I guess, is premium.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying like if they're just getting regular like cows designed for steaks.
Yeah.
How can it be worse than the other ones? They're all the same.
That's why no one bought it. Everyone asked these questions, mate.
Well, you're probably paying a premium as well.
For not premium steaks. That's the
Donnie,
thing.
man, he's a man of many talents.
And this
What
is
business hasn't he done?
this is pre-politics. So you don't have a affiliation with him. He's just some businessman that has steaks.
I actually want to read The Art of the Deal. Apparently, it's a great read.
Is it?
Yeah. There's one entire chapter about how he's a genius for opening a casino in Atlantic City.
Oh, bravo.
Which is the second biggest casino city after Las Vegas.
Sounds about to get indoctrinated.
And then it shortly went bankrupt after.
Yeah, dude. Casinos are legitimately just money printing businesses. Like, I don't understand how the Star's gone bankrupt.
You
know what I mean? Like, you'll literally have the edge. Statistically, you can't lose, which means they must be just frivolously spending it.
No,
up.
but Star got in
probably.
trouble for getting caught in money laundering. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, that's number one. I'm sure Donnie had the same thing. But like this steak thing is like another rug pull. It just feels like this guy's, it's like crypto before it was crypto, man. Like getting unpremium steaks and selling them as premium.
Well, that's Trump for you. All right, and number 3, I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 7.
What's wrong with that?
Is that the one that exploded?
This is the one that exploded in your pockets.
Yeah.
All right, you didn't need to do anything, and all of a sudden the battery just overheats and explodes on you.
Yeah, that might be honestly the worst flaw that you could possibly have because you're just holding it all times.
Yeah, it's not like you're, using it to its maximum capacity or whatever. It's literally day-to-day use.
Yeah.
It might just explode on you.
Imagine you're taking a phone call and then suddenly you got no ears. It's like you've taken like 2 tours in Afghanistan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so they sold a lot of these, but they had to recall all of them because it's just dangerous to society.
Yeah, right.
All right, in at number 2, I have the Microsoft Zune.
The what?
Exactly. So back in the day, back in like the 2000s, Microsoft tried to create an iPod competitor.
Oh.
So they came out with a hardware called the Zune. No one bought it.
The Zune.
They invested so much money into it, no one bought it, and it got discontinued after like 1 or 2 iterations. So given the fact that there was a lot of money in this music player industry, and they did so poorly that no one wanted to buy it, so it's in at number 2 for me.
No, shoot is shoot. You got to test the water, see what happens. But I'm actually surprised. It must have been a terrible product.
And big Microsoft, well, they have the resources to do R&D and figure out all these things, and they just didn't do
they're
it.
software guys. They're not hardware guys.
No, what are you
Apart from
talking
the
about?
Xbox.
Xbox, mate.
Apart from the Xbox. And I guess Sony had the Walkman. It was a saturated market back then.
There's a lot of tech fails. Have you seen like the humane AI pin? Have you seen that fail? All these there's lots of AI technology like products, hardware, physical products that are coming out, which are just like integrating AI stuff. People are just figuring out that it's all a scam and the products are basically useless. But unfortunately, Microsoft, dude, a swing and a miss.
All right. The worst product of all time, staying on brand with Microsoft, is that paperclip on Microsoft Office.
Clippy?
What did Clippy do for you?
Sorry.
You've missed
sorry.
it. L-take.
What did Clippy do? You tell me what value Clippy added to your life.
Clippy was your introduction into Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
It would give you like the tutorials. it would basically be the shoulder. That, it'd just be watching over you.
I exited that guy and shoved him off my screen straight away, mate. He did nothing for me.
No, dude. Was Clippy AI or like the first form of AI?
No, nowhere near, bro. It was just like an animated character. That it was fine, but it was a good product.
It was very good.
I'm putting number one, boys.
So you're saying Microsoft had two L's? All right.
Yes.
The Zune, whatever. I haven't heard of it. Obviously, apparently no one has. Clippy.
Nah, Clippy for me.
You've lost me here. I was with you until Clippy, and then you've lost me here.
Well, the people out there will back me. Clippy number one.
All right, these are the worst 5 Maccas in Sydney. At number 5, Engadine.
Infamous.
Do I need to say any more? In 1997, a certain Mr. Morrison went to Engadine Macca's and did nefarious things in the bathroom. There's actually a plaque there now that commemorates it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that iconic.
That iconic.
Does he still deny it to this day? Or has he embraced the fact that he's shitting in
You reckon he
in
went
the
at them
Macca's?
like, yes, I shat myself at Engadine Macca's.
I would like a politician to take accountability and responsibility over his past actions.
Imagine that. You're just trying to run for politics and someone just come up with this baseless rumor that you shat yourself at Engadine Macca's. And you can't, whatever you do, you can't say anything about it.
Yeah, you can't
No one's
unshake
ever
it.
going to believe you.
So how did this rumor swirl about anyway?
I think someone just made it up on the internet. I think it was maybe Reddit or somewhere someone just made it up.
So it's actually not true.
Allegedly.
Okay, because I was under the
I thought it was
assumption
true.
that it was
Nah,
just a
nah.
fact.
Well, I think it's more untrue than it is true.
Right. That's pretty funny.
And it's just, yeah.
just like defamation for fun.
Basically, defecation and defamation. All right, at number 4, I have the Auburn Macca's on Para Road. This one is just a cesspool. If you've ever been in the drive-thru there, you're going to be in the drive-thru for like half an hour. Miguel, I don't know if you remember, once we went to was it me and you? We went to the Auburn Macca's and suddenly these guys wearing masks came in.
That wasn't me.
Dude, I was there once at Auburn Macca's and suddenly like a group of 5 men coming in like with wearing balaclavas walked in. Terrifying stuff. I've never been so engrossed in my Big Mac before. I never
To
looked
do
up.
nefarious things or to order a Big Mac?
Well, they ordered food, but
It was just cold. It was just
I think it was a nice warm summer's evening.
it was a cold June evening potentially.
Nah. Sus place.
Scary place to be, I'll tell you that much for free.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Late at night,
Auburn
you never know.
Macca's?
Yes.
They're a way scarier place.
There are worse scares, but I
But
had
as a Macca's,
Yeah.
it is a scary Macca's.
All right. Let's hear the top 3. It's in number 4.
Number 3, the Wynyard Station Macca's. This one on a night out is horrible, dude.
This is the one in the station
Yep.
on the walkway to like Met Center type vibe. Okay.
One time I was there, I saw this, I think it was, she must have been intoxicated, but this girl was getting really, really angry about not getting her drink in time. They finally gave her a Coke. She looked at it and just pegged it back into the store at the poor people.
They lobbed a grenade in.
I'm like,
Why?
you were so angry about waiting for it. The second you got it, you just threw it back at them. Dude, yeah.
I
Horrible.
don't even count that as a Macca's, to be honest.
You don't count it?
Yeah, because it's not you can't really sit down, can you? It's a takeaway.
No,
joint.
it's a take.
People sit down.
People sit down.
on the floor.
On the floor.
On the wet, the cold, hard floor of Wynyard, they sit down and it's a cesspool.
That's not great.
Horrible place to work.
All right. Number 2, I've got the one at Parramatta on Church Street and Victoria Street.
Nah, I don't like this list. I love that Macca's.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This is
why?
the one near Combank Stadium when you're walking
yeah.
towards Parramatta again.
Why is it bottom 2?
Remember once when we went before, I think it was before what was the festival we went to?
FOMO.
And there was a guy who shat on the floor there.
I don't remember
There was
this.
like a homeless guy who shat on the floor
Someone
in the
shat on the
Para.
floor?
Or maybe not, but like stank it up.
What I will say to that point though, I've never walked in that Macca's and it hasn't smelled like complete ass. It always smells.
Look, maybe I'm thinking
And they
because
don't maintain it. The workers don't maintain the tables. So it's always like rubbish everywhere.
it's basically
What are your memories?
my memories are it's the only place to park for free when you're
Okay, that's not
looking
even the
in and
Macca's.
around.
That's just the
Car
premises.
park.
Yeah, I mean the actual Macca's itself is disgusting.
I don't think I've ever had it.
Really?
Yeah, I've never been inside.
Nah, it's a chat.
Well, we
one.
have, bro.
When?
FOMO, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember that years ago.
Yeah, scarred me. All right, and number 1 obviously has to be George Street in front of Event Cinemas.
Yeah,
Saying that's the worst Macca's in Sydney.
The worst Macca's in Sydney, comfortably. Do you disagree?
No, I agree. I got pepper sprayed outside that Macca's, so I can't
You
lie.
got pepper spray, you got oosed by
I got us by your missus there.
Yeah, it's just bad memories.
me. I've walked on the sticky floors a million times. I've got no real stories, but it's just
every Friday and Saturday night, it's just always packed. You can't sit. There's a lot of just drunken, disorderly people. There's one security guard, and I'm like, brother, you're not doing anything really.
And you can't even use the toilets there. That's my biggest gripe here.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You can't use the toilets.
They're locked. They're always locked.
You're not allowed to use the toilets. It's like
I feel like during the day you need a key, and then at night they just no one can use it.
So it's a lockout.
Worst one in Sydney.
All right, my next topic is the worst 5 TV shows. So at number 5, this is a hot take here. I've got Prison Break. So Prison Break seasons 1 and 2 may be the best TV of all time. But then you ask, how many times can this guy go to jail? 3, 4, and 5 are potentially the worst things I've ever witnessed. And I only got through it because because of the memories of season 1 and 2. I thought maybe it could come back. Thoughts?
I have never watched it. Is the premise he has been to prison multiple times and he's broken out multiple times?
I've only seen season 1 because that's where everyone says stop watching after season 1.
Season
and that was delightful.
Okay. Season 2 is okay. Season 3, he gets put into a prison in like Panama and now he's got to escape. Season 4, he's got like some vendetta. And then season 5, it's like, I don't know if season 5 even counts as Prison Break. It's like the return season. But regardless, don't even bother with it.
This sounds like a show that should have been 1 or 2 seasons.
1 season, call it a day. It would have been peak and then it just went super downhill.
Number 4,
I've got the show Manifest. So that is the show where basically the plane disappears and it comes back and it's 5 years later. So it's like a time traveling thing, right? The premise is honestly unbelievable. It should have been a great show. It had all the, it is, you know,
is
it
it
could have
based
been
on a true story?
No.
MH370?
No. I think it tried to be like Lost, but the characters are so unlikable and so bland. It is just one of the worst shows I've ever watched. Please.
Number 3, bro.
All right, number 3, I've got Riverdale.
Oh, yeah.
So Riverdale takes inspiration from the Archie books. Have you guys seen Riverdale?
I've only seen clips on TikTok.
Is this like a high school show or something?
Yeah.
So Archie comics, I loved, all right? But then it's like that, man. It's like, look what they did to my boy. You know, they ruined the show. Basically, the kids on that show are just like, I don't know even how to describe it. I went through that season of Riverdale, the first one, and I just thought, it's absolute drivel. It is absolute drivel is what it is.
Unfortunate, some might say.
Unfortunate drivel.
I can't tell if the acting is bad or the writing is bad, but I've seen some clips where the guy's talking about the highs and lows of high school football or whatever.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? To be fair, season 1 was okay.
Okay.
It's just after that,
Right.
it really just dropped
gave
off a
up on
cliff. In number 2, I have The Big Bang Theory.
That's a hot take.
It's a hot take.
I feel like this is very divisive.
I think The Big Bang Theory fundamentally has all, you know, it could be a good show, but the laugh track, I can't get over it. Because it goes every 5 seconds. It's like someone says any line and then you have the canned laughter. And also the jokes are like supposed to be smart, but it's not really. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
They're like trying to be clever, but it's like, I mean, it just appeals to the lowest common denominator.
Gotcha.
And people like the show because it makes them feel intelligent because they get these like year 3 science jokes that these guys make.
Hot take. I would agree, maybe overrated and not as good as people say, but second worst show is doing it an injustice, I feel.
In number 1, I've got the show Two Broke Girls.
Have you watched this show?
I've watched a handful of episodes.
By choice?
By choice. And because it was on TV, right? So I used to watch it.
Must be good.
And basically what's happened with this show is it's the same premise. It's all smutty. It's like what we did at Critical Banter Gaming, Would You Rathers. All they did is talk about sex. And basically these 2 girls, it's the same plot line every single episode. You can copy and paste it. There's no character development. Kush will back me up on this. It is the worst show.
All right, I've got my second one, and these are the worst 5 food chains in Sydney. All right. In a 5th, I have Muffin Break. Okay. I don't know why this place still exists, but yes, I saw one open up recently.
Open up.
And the clientele is not under 60 years old.
Yeah, I mean, pensioners is...
Have you ever had a break at Muffin? Have you ever had a muffin break?
I did about 8 years ago.
Yeah. It was in vogue at one point, I will say.
There was one in front of the Vodafone that I used to work at in Hornsby.
That's exactly where I had it as well.
They used to give us free stuff at the end of every day. So I had a soft spot for them.
Because it's free.
It was free.
But would you go out of your way and pay a dime for a muffin?
No, back in the day, I think Muffin Break is fine. No issues with the Muffin Break.
Yeah, well, today's 2025, man. Now I'm saying...
Yeah, there's other options.
One of the worst. In at number 4, I have Cranides. This alleged money laundering location.
I was going to say, no, isn't it not a legend? I swear they got in trouble for, was it underpaying their staff, not paying their staff?
Well, I'm not
money
putting
laundering?
anything out there for the Cranides overlords to pin on me, but just food quality wise, not good. And yet it's so popular once again.
It's so expensive as well, isn't it?
I thought the food was good, but it was overpriced. That was my gripe with it.
My gripe is the stupid happy birthday thing they do where they come
the
out with the
Congo drums or something, the bongos or something, man. It's not good. For me, objectively, not good. And it's like the go-to place for a family to go for a nice meal out type vibe.
Agree.
A million better places.
I'll stand with Cranides though. Like, have you had the sauce on the top of the Cranides pizzas is quite good.
I've actually never been.
To Cranides?
Yeah.
Never had a Cranides pizza.
Isn't it just like frozen food reheated type vibe?
Oh, like Rashay's. Rashay's better be on this list.
Honorable mention is Rashay's.
Oh, dude.
Microwave food, reheated food.
What's his name? Rummy, whatever his name is.
Are we beefing Big Rummy?
Nah, that guy actually takes it too seriously. I can't be bothered.
All right, so that may or may not include it. In at number 3, I have a very niche one. I have O Chicken. So it's like a Korean fried chicken place in the food court. I have only seen these open up and close down within months.
I don't even know what this is.
I've never heard
It's
of
like
O
takeaway
Chicken.
fried chicken. Exactly. That's my point. But it's in a lot of food courts. You just have never considered getting it.
Where's our nearest one?
For example, there was one in Macquarie. It was open for a couple months and is gone now. Papa Flock is now there.
Isn't there is there an O Chicken in the MLC Center? No. Yeah, MLC Center. I think there is.
Maybe, but it's just the lowest form of Korean fried chicken. And the only time I've ever gotten it is because at the end of the day, they have these big, like Chinese places do $5 boxes. They have these big boxes of just chicken for like $5 as well.
Any good though?
Because no one's buying during that. It's like okay, but like the price point of it when it's not on special is just poor.
You know,
And it's like the quality is honestly really low in terms of Korean fried chicken.
when Migs is talking about food places and we haven't tried it, I feel like that podcast MD Foodie Boys. It's just like we're just sitting here like.
You want to talk about cafeteria lunches?
No, it's just like
Can we get some nicknames? Can people give us nicknames?
Chopper.
Nonchalant.
You'll know
Chopper.
you'll know the top 2. All right. In at second, I have Coffee Club.
Yeah.
Do they exist still?
Agreed.
There's so many coffee clubs.
Where?
There's one in, again, Macquarie. There's one in Rouse Hill. I'm really doxing the places I visit, but
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
Coffee Club
Okay,
is...
yeah, the Rouse Hill one. Where's the Macquarie one?
it's in the food court next to Char Time.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, you're right.
Opposite.
Yeah, but they're always empty whenever I walk
No,
by.
cuz they're not empty.
Really?
Again, it's the place where like mums with babies go to have brunch.
I think it's older, man. It's like grandmas.
No,
with
there's
their
that
grandkids.
coming with their grandmas.
Dude, it is. These are just old people places.
And
is
I've
what
seen
the name is.
I've seen a bus ad for Coffee Club matcha.
Surely we try it.
So they're not even they're not even trying to target the older demographic. They're trying to hit us.
The problem I have with Coffee Club is that the cafe scene we've talked about in Sydney is unbelievable. But why would you go to the Coffee Club? Like the reason why Starbucks hasn't taken off really in Australia is because the coffee's good here. Like Coffee Club, I remember when they used to kind of also be big and they would have heaps of ads on TV. And I remember thinking, oh, like this might be a nice place to go. But the food is bad. The coffee is bad. There is no redeeming quality.
No, it's because back 20 years ago, they were the biggest one, and those people are still loyal to it. Like those pensions. Why the Daily Telegraph still exists, why Sky News is watched by so many people. They're not aimed at us.
So
At least the others are not aimed
So
at
Coffee
us.
Club will basically go bankrupt
Yeah.
when
they
the
all die.
clientele die.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
It's the News Corp of cafes.
All right. And the worst food chain I have is Red Rooster.
Nah, again, why have you done that?
Nah, I'm
then?
putting
I
it
was
there.
with you until both times, man. LTAC.
What? I've been once in recent years. It was so bad.
You can't hand on heart say that Muffin Break and Coffee Club are better than
I can.
you can't.
I can
Sorry.
because
Have you had Red Rooster when it's like the rebrand of Red Rooster?
yes,
Or
I
are you talking
have.
Red Rooster when it's
There's
used
one
to roast chook?
nearby, bro. I've had it. It's mid. The fried chicken's not as good as everyone claims it is.
The hot honey fried chicken at Red Rooster is actually decent.
Decent.
Decent. Yeah, it's decent. I said Coffee House is you know, in the sewer.
Nah, dude. I'm saying Red Rooster is on top
I
of
don't
all
think
these.
Red Rooster's that good, but you're mad to say the Coffee Club and Muffin Break are not as bad.
The reason why I throw it up there is they're also empty. So there's no redeeming customers that think it's good. You, my friend, are going out for chicken. Fried chicken, you're not going Red Rooster. Roast chook, you're not going Red Rooster. All right? At least old people, if they're going for a coffee, they're going to choose Coffee Club because that's their favorite. No one out there is going to tell me they've chosen Red Rooster Besides the fact of let me try Red Rooster. I haven't had that in a while. That's the only reason you're going Red Rooster.
I see your logic there.
Because at least some people out there will say, I can back a coffee club. I can back a muffin break.
No.
You're out here saying, it's not bad.
As in it's not my number one pick. I'm not going to say it is, but I'm saying if it's in the area and there's like, a Red Rooster and like a Subway, and I had Subway yesterday, yeah, I'll go to the Red Rooster. I'll enjoy the Red Rooster.
That's so contextual. You had a Subway yesterday.
No.
I'm going to have a Subway again, brother.
Dude, muffin break, the food, okay, I'm just talking about food quality. It's not as bad as everyone says. The worst food chain.
It is because no one has it as their favorite.
I don't think anyone's favorite muffin place is muffin break.
How many favorite muffin places do you have?
I can go to the retirement home down the road, survey them, and a lot of people will say muffin break. I will not be able to find a single demographic that is telling me Red Rooster is their favorite chicken place.
Easily.
Which demographic?
People probably in the West would probably say that they would love like Red Rooster is their number one.
I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll do some surveys maybe.
Red Rooster for me, worst food chain in Sydney.
Alrighty, I've got the top 5 people I don't trust. At number 5, I have Elizabeth Holmes. Massive fraud. Claimed that Theranos could, detect if you had diabetes in 2 minutes or whatever. Defrauded investors, investigators, and just look at her eyes, dude. She's got the Murali eyes. She's got the crazy eyes.
Yeah.
100% don't trust her. At number 4, I have Peter Pettigrew.
Okay.
Mate, he sold out his best friends. For what? The little rat?
He was living with Ron, happy days, no issues whatsoever. Scabbers.
Did no one ever question this dirty little bastard was sleeping with a 12-year-old boy for years?
Whoa.
Yeah, people just, number one.
Someone should have asked the questions. Someone should have
been asking those questions. Come on.
Untrustworthy, I agree.
And number 3, I have Randall Weems from Recess.
I didn't know his last name was Weems.
This guy's just a little snitch, man. He's a little narc, dude.
He's the biggest narc.
Dude, just look at him, man. He's just got such a punchable face, always just ratting out the gang.
Nah,
no redeeming qualities about this guy. He's got a little hunchback and he's got a overbite. There's no...
The thing is, the hunchback and his like neck sticks out a little bit and his face shape, all those things, you just want to wring his neck.
Little bastard. At number 2, I have Grant Denyer.
No, Grant. What's Grant done?
I don't know, man. He's just
the little midget himself.
About it. The little midget, man. There's something about him there's something off, don't you reckon? He's too clean.
Nah, dude. I think Grant Denyer's a nice
you're saying
fellow.
He's too good that something must be wrong?
Yeah, dude. He's got to have demons or some skeletons. Well, he had that controversy a few years ago where he stole Matty John's joke and he told on so he went on the Triple M breakfast. Matty Johns told him a funny story. An hour later, he was then a guest on Kiss FM with our friend Carl Sandlands, where he literally retold that same story and said it was his own story.
That's untrustworthy, bro. To me, that's...
Well, that's Everyone
it's one of those
mistakes.
you think you can get away with. That's untrustworthy to me.
How did you think you get away with that, though?
He didn't. He got banned from both stations after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Grant Denyer is pretty polished.
He just seems schemy, dude. I don't know, man.
Too polished,
Yeah, too polished, man. I reckon he's just wheeling and dealing in the background.
I don't know. His work on Family Feud's pretty good, to be fair.
Does he still do that?
I don't know. What else did he do? Deal or no deal? Did he do that?
And he was the weatherman on Channel 7 for years.
Yeah, that was his OG role. But now he's big into the media.
He's got his fingers in many different pots there. And number 1, the GOAT, Judas. How can you trust this man? He sent a Messiah out to die.
Yeah, you betrayed, God himself.
If he's going to betray him, I don't trust him at all, mate. He would happily send me to the Romans.
All for what, bro?
Yeah, what did he?
12 shekels.
Is that what he got?
Silver, not even gold.
What's that in AUD? What's that adjusted for inflation?
I couldn't
Can
tell
you get
you
a house
conversion.
with 12 shekels? Probably not.
Maybe at most 10 grand AUD.
I think 12 shekels may be a fair bit of chunk. You got to be, if you're betraying the Messiah, it's got to be a fair chunk of
Fine,
change.
even if it's $100,000 to send the Messiah off to die.
And what I know of Judas, I reckon he's doing that even without the money, bro. He's got a personal thing that he wants to betray Big JC with.
Do it for free.
Yeah, I think he'd do it for free, man. That's the character Judas is.
You reckon? Yeah.
Look, that list is decent. I'm with you up until Grant Denyer. I feel like, poor Grant just copping strays.
But Judas, number 1?
Yeah, obviously Judas
you had
number
to,
1.
mate. Alrighty, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Let us know if anyone finds any restaurants. We do want to actually run this, and I could do for $100 gift voucher for any restaurant. We won't take. There's no bad ideas, so whatever you can find open, send it through. You You can find the rest of our episodes on YouTube and Spotify and Apple, and we'll catch you guys next week.